Top 10, 2010, I can't speak anymore, but this is the top 10 2015. 2015 is basically over, so I usually do one of these videos every year, and I started last year, so this is the second time, the second annual top 10 2015. This is Goldust Elite Series 36. I have a prediction you'll see a lot of Elite 36 on this list. This was an awesome set. Goldust looks very cool. And I really like this figure. It has great articulation. It looks sweet, and overall, it's just like nearly a perfect release. It comes with a solid accessory in his coat. The paintwork is fantastic, and Mattel, they really outdid themselves with this one. Up next is Nikki Bella, Nikki Mode. Yes, it was really difficult for me to not pick Brie Mode, but I feel like this Nikki Bella figure is really cool, and it did a lot of things for the wrestling diva industry figure line. Whatever, I just said a bunch of words there, but basically what I'm saying is I think this is the first diva release where they didn't paint part of her leg to make her bottom. They actually sculpted it like the bottom actually looks on a lot of these female wrestlers, and it's about time that Mattel started doing more for the women figures, and like Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, and some others on this list. You really see that Mattel have really started to crack down and really do a great job on these figures. Not saying like Kelly and stuff were bad, but if you compare the AJ Lee that will show up on this list to the old one, you'll know that there's an evolution, and I really feel like this Nikki Bella figure captures that with the inclusion of an accessory, a great face scan, and you know, I had some problems with this figure, but I think it's symbolic, and that's why it's so important. Then next is one of my favorite Mattel figures of all time, The Rock Create a WWE Superstar Wrestler figure. A lot of people hate this line. I think this figure is amazing. It's like Skyrim, The Rock or something amazing. And I'm a big fan of fantasy video games, so to have this figure, to combine two of my favorite things, wrestling and fantasy, it's really cool. And they did a great job making it work with The Rock, making the design work. And I always say, like, the Create a WWE Superstar line, they had such a great chance to make some really creative choices with the designs, and I think that this Rock is the only one where they really succeeded, and they succeeded well, because this is making it to my top 10 of 2015 list. Then after that, another Elite 36, brother of Goldust, it is Stardust. This figure is so good, and it's weird because usually you have to wait in 2 to 3 releases until you get like the perfect elite of a wrestler. But nope, Stardust came in, they made an elite of him, and it was perfect. Love the blue in there, love the details with his eye. This figure, seriously, if you didn't get it, I'm sorry you didn't get it, because it's awesome. Comes with 2 belts, amazing accessories, amazing figure, super solid. Then AJ Lee, Series 53. This is her last figure, most likely by WWE Mattel, unless she comes back. I doubt that'll happen personally. And they really gave her a great figure. Fantastic attire, fantastic face scan, great paint overall. This is one of the few figures that I've actually picked up. I know you're gonna hate me for saying this probably. I picked up a mint on card, a second one. I'm like one of those dudes who's like, one to keep on card, one to take off and play with, because this figure is so good. And I really respect AJ Lee, think she's a great wrestler, and this is a fantastic swan song to her wrestling career, and I'm really glad that Mattel put the effort into making this figure great, because it's finally the AJ Lee figure I've been looking for and wanting for so long. Number 3 is another diva. It is Bayley, NXT Superstar. Ironically, the only NXT figure on this list. Other than Sami Zayn and Bayley, I haven't really enjoyed the NXT figures they put out. I feel like they've been lacking a certain oomph. Tyler Breeze was good too, but this Bayley is amazing. It comes with an accessory, comes with a great attire, and some people might say the face is bad. I think the face is great. I think it really looks like it really captures the essence of Bayley, and you know, I could say I wish the articulation is better, because I do. I really think we need some wrist bends with these women, but you know, this is Mattel we're talking about. Hasbro does it. See that, Mattel? I'm talking about Hasbro. Hasbro can do it, you can do it, but this Bayley is a solid figure. Then up next, Umaga. I've been waiting so long for this figure, and I'm really glad that they released it and actually took the time to make it an amazing figure. I know Bill, that dude from Mattel, has said that he's really wanted to release this figure, and he put most of the Elite 40 budget into creating this figure, and I think he did a fantastic job. I don't really see any reason to release another Umaga figure because this one is perfect. I give Mattel a lot of crap, but then they do stuff like this, and it's like, this is why I'm collecting wrestling figures, because they put out some amazing things sometimes. Then after that, Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid. Ooh, he is so sexy and perfectly captured in the ringside exclusive Shawn Michaels exclusive figure. This is awesome. I don't know if it's sold out fast. I don't know anything. I just know I bought it, and it's the best Shawn Michaels figure I own. The outfit's great. Looks like him. It's just like I'm speechless. I don't have much to say because it's just such a good figure that you should probably pick it up if you haven't, or if it's not sold out, because it's probably gonna sell out if it hasn't already. Then number 2, one of my favorite figures. I picked up a bunch of these, like 2, I think. It is the Dean Ambrose Elite 36, the final Elite 36 on our list. I could have probably added more, especially 11. 11 would have probably been Sami Zayn or something. Enough said. Number 2, Dean Ambrose. This figure was great. It was just like a good figure. Sometimes people hate when they do non-serious faces. This is funny. Dean Ambrose having fun. Vintage Ambrose. You can totally see him in the face, way better than you can see him in any other of the other faces, in my opinion. And articulation's good. The attire's good. He comes with a vest and a kendo stick. I don't really know why he came with that kendo stick, but I'm not complaining. It's pretty cool, and I'm really glad that we finally have a definitive Dean Ambrose face scan that looks like him. Maybe someday we can have a John Cena face scan that looks like him, am I right? There are some flaws though, like the paint color on his face. They never get that quite so right, but overall, this is one of the best Dean Ambrose figures and one of the best of 2015. And number 1, kind of like my top 7 worst. And number 1 is not really a figure, it's more of a release. This is the best release that Mattel and WWE put out in 2015. You could say these figures tied for the best figures, but I think this is the best release, best bang for your buck. It is Battle Pack 34, Hornswoggle and El Torito. This, I have no idea how they were able to put 2 Elite figures, tons of accessories at the $20 suggested retail price. It's an amazing bang for your buck. It captures that amazing Extreme Rules WLC match they had. Nothing reaches its level of just value and playability. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you, WWE and Mattel, for putting that out, and I hope you put out some amazing figures in 2016. Until then, I want my Sheamus!